What is your name?
My name is Amanda.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I've been passionate about hospitality since I first waited tables at 16. I decided to study hospitality and tourism at college and, after 3 years, I graduated with a bachelor's degree.
Why do you want to be a flight attendant?
I've never watched a plane flying overhead without wishing I was on it, but in my role as flight attendant, I started to see my dream of being a flight attendant as more than just a dream. I know that my calling is to deliver customer service in a high-pressure environment, where my empathic nature, professionalism and aptitude for problem-solving can really shine.
Why would you be a good flight attendant?
Throughout my years working and learning hospitality, I've realized that my passion and talent is to make people feel at ease. Nothing brings me more satisfaction than to turn a frown into a smile, and it turns out I'm really good at it. Even when a customer is feeling anxious, I'm great at discovering their concerns and thinking creatively to meet their needs. I'm empathic and have an instinct about what makes people comfortable, but I'm also fiercely professional and love to keep things running according to plan.
Tell me about a situation where you had to deal with a difficult customer. How did you handle it?
In the food and beverage service, I often dealt with customers who found fault with how their meals were prepared. Unfortunately, management was lacking and the chef tended to take offense to any complaints that were addressed to him. It fell to me to take the brunt of customer complaints and think creatively to fix the problem. I did this by remaining calm but showing concern, recording the details of the complaint in full, outlining more than one possible solution, and then implementing the option that was best for the customer.
Tell me about a disagreement you've had with a coworker. How did you resolve the situation?
At the hotel, it took me only 9 months to be promoted to assistant flow manager, which made one of my more seasoned co-workers feel overlooked. To ease her mind, I made an effort to befriend her and show that we're on the same side. I had the opportunity as an assistant manager to delegate and supervise tasks undertaken for VIPs. I actively delegated tasks to her and made a point of showing her how needed her skills were. I set her in charge of key aspects of VIP interaction that matched her experience. After a while, she warmed up to me and, if I get this job, she'll be next in line for my post at the hotel.
What do you know about our airline?
I know you were founded almost 100 years ago and now boast the world's largest fleet, with nearly 1,000 active aircrafts and more in the making. I know you're headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas, and have hubs in Chicago, Dallas, New York, and Washington. You currently have over 100,000 employees and were officially formed following the merger of two fleets in the 1930s, Robertson Aircraft Corporation and Colonial Air Transport.
Why do you want to work for our airline?
Along with my appreciation of diverse people and cultures, I have a great fondness for history and legacy companies that serve as symbols for different parts of the world. I think AA is one of those symbols for the U.S., but it's also a symbol of innovation, progress, globalization and cutting-edge technology. I feel that AA is the best of both the old and the new, and it enables people to connect and get around in a way that is priceless. I'd be proud to be a part of it.
What does excellent customer service mean to you?
I believe excellent customer service should be personalized but respectful, quick but thorough, discerning and empathic, and easy but not easily forgotten. I believe it means not only discerning, discovering and meeting a customer's needs, but also meeting needs and wants they didn't know they had, providing a level of comfort and convenience that's almost surprising, because this is what makes an experience memorable in a good way.
What do you think makes our airline different from its competitors?
In terms of customer service, the brand is fiercely competitive, and I really value its perfect 7/7 safety rating, generous loyalty program, and attention to comfort, even on economy flights. AA is also ranked as the world's largest airline, which is pretty impressive, and it flies to over 350 destinations, which is mind-blowing. Finally, AA's charity efforts inspire me when compared to other airlines, as you've sponsored 20,000 miles, over 155,000 volunteer hours, and so many powerful initiatives with the Red Cross, UNICEF and Make-A-Wish Foundation over the years.
How would you respond to a customer who was refusing to follow rules and regulations on a flight?
It's important to set an example of good demeanor for passengers. I would remain calm and cordial throughout the exchange, but I would also speak clearly and firmly. I'd ask questions to discover the extent of the passenger's concerns and use my conflict management training to try to put them at ease. I would explain the rules, the reason for them being in place, and the consequences of not following them. If the passenger continued to agitate or escalate the problem, I would call in a co-worker for support before, if necessary, reporting the issue to the purser.
What type of work environment do you prefer?
I love to work under pressure, so anything time-sensitive really appeals to me. I like to work in a setting where professionalism and excellence are non-negotiable, where the pace is fast but attention to detail is also imperative. While I'm an independent thinker and creative problem solver, I work best in a collaborative team setting and use my people skills to assist my colleagues, streamline teamwork and help team members connect in the service of shared goals.
What are your greatest strengths?
In all of my experience at home, at school, at college, at work and with friends, I've always been the go-to conflict resolver. My passion for peace and collaboration, combined with my empathetic nature, mean I'm always asked to assist others in finding a compromise, settling disputes and putting angry or distressed people at ease. It's an ability that's always defined me as a person, it's shaped my goals and choices in life, and it's undoubtedly my greatest strength.
What languages do you speak?
I only speak English fluently at this point, but I can read, write and speak very basic French, and I'm actively learning Mandarin via online classes. My goal is to be conversational in Mandarin.
Do you prefer to work alone or as part of a team?
I thrive in a team setting as I have excellent people skills and love collaborating toward a common goal. I find helping others, in the spirit of teamwork, to be highly rewarding, but I also savor the opportunity to make my teammates feel needed, and I'm not afraid to see other people shine.
Tell me about a time you had to juggle multiple high-priority tasks. How did you handle it?
Working as a full assistant manager required a high level of multitasking, but waiting tables demanded even more. It was common to begin a shift with several tables from the previous shift and new tables waiting for service. During busy periods, the service window was a hub of activity with tasks being handed out by managers, chefs, and other waiters. One moment, I could be inputting orders from multiple tables, fetching drinks, requesting modifications to dishes, clearing tables, checking glasses, and greeting new customers. Success relied on prioritizing and thinking strategically, such as taking a moment to check on a table's drinks while passing by.
Have you flown as a passenger before? How did you feel about the service delivered by the cabin crew on that flight?
I've had mixed experiences, even on AA. I had a recent experience that left me quite conflicted as to how to review the flight and cabin crew. There was one member of the crew who diligently delivered snacks and beverages, checked customer comfort, and regularly made eye contact with me, smiling warmly. On the other hand, there was very little attention paid to tidiness in the cabin. I had to ask that used food packaging be removed from the space next to me, and fresh drinks and snacks were consistently laid down without empty packets, plates, bottles and cups being removed.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Team-oriented, collaborative, and motivated.
What are your thoughts on the current events?
I wasn't raised in a religious setting and don't subscribe to any specific belief system. However, I see and respect the immense value that belief systems have to the people who subscribe to them, and I feel that any belief system that inspires people to do good is a benefit to society. Because we are all unique and diverse, I don't believe that any religion is inherently true or false.